Good morning, good evening, and good night. Well, welcome to another episode of a Good Wrestling Podcast, Season 2, Episode 3. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host with the most, Jamal Good. I can't do it by myself. I am joined by Aaron. Aaron, where in the world are you?
Back with us again.
Damn,
What's up, people?
on the
I'm
road.
at work.
Hi, CVS.
My, Walgreens is amazing.
David, I'm sorry, my bad. My bad. We are also joined today by Buddy, Mr. MWC Blues. Buddy, how are you?
Hashtag code name Bobby. I should have just stayed on. You never no code on. It doesn't matter.
That's just the beginning.
Oh, okay. I see what type of podcast this is gonna be.
No, we good.
You know,
So
I see what this sodium filled black man's gonna be.
Shit.
You know,
Okay. I am also joined by Will. Will, stealing Aaron's gimmick. Where in the world are you?
I'm rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Welcome peasants to the Good Wrestling Podcast. Prepare to suffer from this fringe crust. Yeah, fucked it up. Oh well.
You definitely messed that up.
wow,
He was doing good.
I was on the
He was doing
roll. I was
good.
on the roll and I
He was
fucked it up.
yeah, you was doing good.
He was really doing good.
I didn't get the reference. Fellas,
Don't worry,
fellas. Not gonna.
All right, so I have to say this has been 6 weeks after the death of ROH. I'm still in mourning. So I just want everyone to know, all our faithful fans, that I'll be okay.
All
So-
positive.
Speaking of death wishes, on to Monday Night Raw. This past week, I really okay.
It's after WrestleMania season. We all know what's going to happen.
Great to see
Yeah.
Cody back in wrestling and all this other crap, but him and Seth, I need more excitement. I don't know. what to
It's
say about it.
WWE after WrestleMania. It's going to suck until SummerSlam. We all know this. They're giving Cody all the pyro budget because he's back.
Pretty much.
And it's like, what the hell?
I mean, should they have hired him to be a wrestler, or should he just stay in the back?
I mean, he's doing backdoor action anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Do you think? Here we go. Do you think it's going to lead to him being a world champion, a title run, a championship run?
Yes.
After next WrestleMania,
eventually.
they're going to build him up. They're going to build him up. And I'll say this: I'm not going to be one of the people who downplays everything. I want to see where the story goes, because they have to reintroduce him as a main star. They have to push him to lead a show. With the American Nightmare gimmick, if they do it right, he can lead Raw, because Raw can be led by a dead body, because that's how it looks like whenever you watch it.
I mean, is he?
I mean-
face.
brother-
I mean, let's-
or heel material.
I mean, let's
Hold
be fair.
Every stop as well. You go for it.
Let's be fair. The American Nightmare gimmick is probably the best gimmick Cody's ever come up with, especially for a WWE product.
It's because he made it.
But- That's what I'm saying. It's the best gimmick he personally came up with. Honestly.
I mean, we gotta let it breathe. He's just getting back. We can't sour it after a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So
Give it at least a 6 months to a year before you got sour it.
Huh? Times is hard
You
right
giving it that long?
now. Times is hard.
Huh?
Times is hard.
You
Right
giving it that long?
And we live in the ADD generation, so we gotta let it breathe.
You got to tell
This
the
gimmick is
September
like fine
pay-per-view.
wine. You gotta, like, when you open the wine up, you gotta let it breathe.
No, you got till SummerSlam.
Yeah. Like, that shit need to be
We'll
popping.
see.
Like, I mean, like I was saying, is he face or heel material?
I mean, right now they're gonna push him as a face, because it's too many heels. You have a top heel. He's not going to be better than Roman Reigns. So he has to build himself as a face. Right now, they don't have a top face in WWE. Who's the top face in WWE right now?
The closest person they have that's not Cody would technically be Drew McIntyre. But other than him, you ain't got nobody.
And Bobby don't work as a face. Bobby don't work as a face. He don't.
No, he doesn't.
Bobby's better off as a heel than a face.
He's better with a manager, and that's it. They don't have anybody. That's the problem when you have it's like when you have a strong heel champion, you need to have a white hot baby face, and they don't have it. They off doing movies.
Right, because your biggest baby face are in the company at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird. It sucks to have a heel that's as good as Roman Reigns and no one to counterbalance him.
Mm-hmm.
This leads back to the whole argument with Paul Heyman, where trying to build people up to take on that mantle.
But again, we have to. You can't say build people up, and they're trying to build Cody up. People like, oh, he needs to do it today.
No,
you got to build him up.
You had other talent that you got rid of that you could have had.
But we can't live in a world like who could let what talent was let go that was face material and lead the restaurant, lead the show.
Give me 30.
I'm not even talking about Raw. I'm talking about period in WWE. That's going to dethrone Roman Reigns. The only person right now that can dethrone Roman Reigns without the world exploding is The Rock.
Well, technically, the closest they had would have been Daniel Bryan, to be fair.
Shit, you could have had Daniel Bryan won. You could have had Bray Wyatt do it.
Bray Wyatt is not a good face.
He could have been.
Bray Wyatt works better as a heel, or if you're going to make him a face, he's not going to be a standard face.
Here you go. You got Bray Wyatt as a character, and then you got the demon. What's the thing? Whatever the demon. No. I'm not. I'm sorry. What was the Fiend? You got the Fiend as your heel character. He playing double duty like Mick Foley.
You mean Mr. Rogers? You want Mr. Rogers to be the?
Mr. Rogers could have worked. Could have been a face.
No, that's scary because that's scary.
But it's also it could have worked.
It could have worked because so the thing about the whole Wyatt Fiend thing, the Wyatt part could have potentially been the face. Is just at that point you gotta really play well to have that fine line between him. You gotta play him struggling between both sides well. That's the thing. If you can't do what they did with Damian Priest, to put it nicely.
Exactly.
Johnny Mondo.
Johnny Mundo?
Will you stop reading? What?
Samoan Joe.
You talking about John Morrison?
John Morrison.
The thing about John Morrison is it's kind of hard for John Morrison to be a face because they never pushed him. They never had him at that level where he could be a face of the company. So John Morrison wouldn't have been it.
Also,
it would have been believable eventually.
He was it in TNA. He was it in AAA. He was it in was it New Japan where he went?
I'm sorry. Hold on. You mispronounced that. You mean shit.
Okay.
Now correct you.
Your NWA World Heavyweights. Why you always hold your mouth when I bring him up, yo?
Matt Cardona is a better heel than he will ever be a face. The last time he was a face, WWE didn't even want him to be a face.
He was a face when he won the Intercontinental title belt.
You mean for 2 days?
That was messed up. Yeah.
Woo.
Ziggler.
You know it.
Ziggler?
No, Ziggler can't lead the show.
Honestly, though,
go ahead.
Honestly, Jamal, and you don't like him, and buddy, you may disagree with me in this one, but I feel Jeff Hardy was a bigger babyface than Matt Cardona.
No, I mean I agree with you.
I agree with you too.
The problem is cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I said, granted, could he have carried the show? Probably not. But at the same time, though, that could have been a good opponent for Roman Reigns, at least temporarily.
This is the part that frustrates me. We sit here and talk about people who can carry a show. These people are made to carry shows. They are pushed. That's what they do.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's
I
not-
know. Hold on, bro. No,
let me finish my thought.
Go ahead.
It's not, oh, they gotta go and grab the brass rings. No, the brass rings are there, and the motherfucker just keeps pulling them away. No matter how much you try to grab them, they won't, because they're not gonna put the money behind you. Finn Balor is a prime example. Finn Balor is great. He's a great talent. I believe. Shit, he has updated me with AJ. You know what I mean? AJ's all around talent, can make anybody look good. Finn Balor can make anybody look good. But if Vince don't have your back, you screwed, son. It's a wrap.
So with Balor, I can bring a counterpoint as to why Balor probably wouldn't work that well.
Because he's short? Go ahead.
No. I mean,
The injury
you can
prone.
say that, and you can say that, but then Brian was short, so I'm not going with that. The
And he
thing
did
about
one down
Balor
line.
is,
Ring
the thing
Mysterio, sure.
the thing about Balor is Balor suffers from one of the same issues that someone like, let's say, Apollo Crews has. He doesn't have a distinct character that's not the Demon. The last time he had something like that, the Prince gimmick, he was on NXT.
So then let him use the demon.
No. Okay, this is the problem. This is the problem with Finn Balor, and let me start by saying this: I love his character. The problem is that the only way that you can use the demon if he gets beat up. So he's the type of person where he has to lose all the matches so he can power up to be the demon.
But he wasn't doing that when he was in New Japan.
It wasn't the same character.
Exactly.
Finn Balor didn't have the demon gimmick in New Japan. Finn Balor was literally just paint the stuff because he wanted to.
He had abs and he was painting himself. That's all he did. I mean, you could do the same thing, but it'll just be like a circle around you.
But no, so with Balor though, so the thing about the demon thing, to make it believable, you have to put Balor against someone that he has the most trouble beating. If you have the demon, if you have him bring the demon out against like just anybody, it doesn't make it believable. You have to put him against an opponent of what W would consider a higher caliber than Balor for him to bring out the demon. And and outside the demon, Balor doesn't have a character. And like I was saying, the last time you saw a character Balor had, the closest you saw it was his Prince persona, the aggressive Prince persona on NXT. That was as close you had to a character for Balor.
But let's think back.
I love Finn Balor.
Let's think back. Roman did not have a character.
But again,
sucked. Without the group, he didn't have a character.
No. First of all,
Vince kept pushing his ass.
Hold on. First of all, he just Samoan brethren, right?
He's my brother.
Okay, let's be truthful about. Let's be real. Let's be real. Him being Samoan and him being the face is more because of his family bloodline, and him looking like Jason Momoa. You know what I mean?
All right, so
hold on. The problem with Finn Balor, the problem with Drew McIntyre, the problem with
let's put AJ Styles in the mix as well. Why not?
I mean, no, AJ is different than the rest of them.
Okay.
If you don't have mic skills, then you cannot be a face of a company. Hence, Brokeback Mountain.
No.
If you cannot have mic skills, and before you say Brock,
you can't talk.
Oh,
Brock.
Oh, hold up. His last year as the Cowboy destroyed the rest of the Cowboys ever.
How long you been a wrestler?
Because you don't. He is supposed to go out there and wreck and walk out. Him actually becoming himself on camera, he's been amazing. You can't take that from him.
Actually, yeah, you can. Brock allowed him to be free. Brock allowed him to be a little more of himself on live TV. was probably the funniest and best thing for Brock's whole career, to be honest.
But you have to understand, like, if being the face of a company, you can put him on a poster and people will go to it. If you're not recognizable, if you don't have that they call it the it factor, but if you don't have that appeal,
say that, because Bray Wyatt had the it factor.
Bray Wyatt quit. He didn't get fired. He quit.
So in that fairness, it makes it and tell me if y'all agree. It makes it even weirder that someone like Bobby Roode isn't high up on the card.
Bobby Roode problem is that he's Bobby Roode. He looks like Rick Rude. So other than trying to embrace that, again, let me finish.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Bobby Roode wasn't a top guy in TNA until everybody left. He was Team Canada.
Yeah, that's true.
And we have this memory of the person after everybody on the roster leave, and wow, they have a belt. Eric Young was never the top guy until everybody left. Until he got hurt, he had a throat injury, and now he got that graspy voice. He wasn't a guy. He was a comedy routine. The thing with AJ issue isn't the fact that he's not the face that runs the place. It's the fact that he gets boring after a while. You know, he just get boring.
You said AJ gets boring?
Yes.
Wow. No.
He does. If you compare AJ Styles' picture to Roman Reigns' picture, you're not going to get the same thing. Women stop and be like, ooh, what's that on TV when they see Roman Reigns?
Really?
I'm being dead ass serious. It's about money.
Kind of right.
If you put Roman Reigns out there and be like, hey, and don't say nothing, and be like, if you put Roman Reigns' picture in a time, half the women in the world and a quarter of the men would be like, oh, what's this?
The reason Roman didn't work as a face is because one, he was being overly pushed, and two, his character fit better as a heel than a face. So exactly. It didn't make much sense for him to try to remain a face when his character leans more towards heelish persona than face persona.
And let's be real, the thing on Roman Reigns is the fact that he kept the show gimmick too long. Once he removed the vest, once he removed all of that stuff, everyone else redid themselves. He kept the show character. Now that he's himself,
there was a reason why he wore the vest. I forgot what. It was some health reason why he was wearing the vest.
All right.
That's probably the reason why he stayed in that Shield persona, because he had to wear the vest.
And he got cancer.
I think that was it, because of the cancer. He wanted to wear the vest.
I mean, he keeps the pills in all those pockets just in case he gets lost.
Wow. Speaking of pills, we also had the women's tag team championship defended between Naomi and Sasha. They defeated Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
What does pills have to do with anything?
I don't know. It just sounded good when I said it. And after the match, we had a heel change. Rhea turned on Morgan. Your thoughts?
Predictable.
We knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I want to see what's going to happen. If she's going to join Edge faction or what she's going to do. Go, brother Will.
Because the rumor is that her and Ciampa are being considered to be part of the faction.
As long as they do it better than what Mustafa Ali faction was, I'm here for it.
I still want to know what religious restraints that he had for him to say, I wanted to go home. Was it Ramadan?
Speaking of that, we have Veer Mahan defeat Veer. I was about to say his name wrong. Defeated Jeff Brooks. Bahir.
Can we fast forward?
Ezekiel.
Fast forward.
Passed his test.
Yeah, Ezekiel, he has a lot of sacrifice.
That was hilarious. I need to see more of that. With those interactions, was amazing.
Speaking of Finn Balor, we had him go up against Austin Theory for the United States Championship, and we have a new United States champion in Theory. Vince's right hand.
Yeah, you're right in theory because I don't like it.
So we all saw that. We all knew that was coming.
Yeah,
We all knew it was happening sooner or later.
Finn don't need a belt. Let's be real. Finn don't need a belt.
yeah, but they could have displayed him a lot better than what they are.
You know what? Why don't you just put him in a program with AJ and have them go up against what's the name? The Brood 2.
I won't be
The
back.
Brood 2? Oh, you're talking about Edge and Priest.
What should happen is
which is funny though, because
Finn Balor should be part of the Edge faction.
What the funny about, like, you remember Balor never finished his program with Damian Priest.
Mm-hmm.
So technically you can do twofold. You can have Balor and AJ team up to face Edge and Priest, but in the midst of everything, Balor turns on AJ to join Edge's side.
Mm-hmm. I would say the same thing. This is how I would do it. This is gonna sound weird when I finish it. I would have AJ and Finn Balor team against the Brood 2.0. And then in the middle of the feud, Finn Balor turns into the Demon and join Edge's faction. And then they go against AJ Styles. So and that's how they would do it.
Is he running a demon gimmick the whole time?
Yes. Face paint and all.
I mean, it will make sense to have him in that manner, so that way, you know, you can see that way as far as Edge's group, you can see like why he's still as the demon when normally he's a demon once and then he goes back to normal.
Or they can do he'll come out only special occasions when he's summoned.
But it is like you can sit there and say in Edge's group, the demon he understood what Edge is trying to do, and when Balor called upon him to help him out against Edge, the demon just said, "No, fuck this, I'm taking over. I'm taking over. You're not getting your body back."
That's how you do TV. And now he can be Venom. Venom.
All right, on to NXT. Oops, nope, way to go. There we go. Nothing to say. Nothing. You want to speak on our NXT, Aaron? I mean, Will?
NXT. Let's see.
There ain't nothing on there.
Let's see. What happened on NXT? Natalia had a match in NXT. I can't remember the person she faced against, but
hold on. Let's
Tandem Pace.
Hold on. Stop. How do you feel about them integrating the older wrestlers coming down and working with the younger talent? Does it seem authentic or does it seem like it's forced?
50-50. 50-50. Here's why. So the whole thing with the AJ thing, in a way, kind of in a way, it felt fine. It felt natural. The Natalia thing does feel a little forced. The Dolph Ziggler thing is kind of 50-50 in a way. Because the only reason it feels 50-50, it probably would have felt a little more natural had they allowed Braun Breaker to appear at that year's Royal Rumble, which would have given Ziggler a reason to go to NXT and face against Braun Breaker. That would have made it more natural. But at this point, it's like kind of 50-50 because he was supposed to go down anyway, but they screwed up how it was supposed to start and everything. So it's
And also, do y'all think that bringing down the main, I don't like calling them the main stars, bringing over SmackDown and Raw stars over to NXT is bringing up the show or dropping down the talent?
Twofold. Bringing up the show because it's bringing a little more legitimacy to it, but dropping on the talent depending on what happens on the show. Not that saying the talent loses, but the talent is being overshadowed.
Mm-hmm. I was over here. I was thinking about that. Because I was going back and forth with somebody on Twitter. At MWC Blues. Follow me, hashtag whiskey in my cup. So, and my whole point was
Mandy Rose did that. Like she went down, she got a championship. Like, you don't have any other talent that you can make good, or is it Mandy Rose not?
No, it's more or less of no. It's like making them enhancement wrestlers, because either you bring. It's all about promoting and enhancing talent. So that's the point I was saying. Like, if you go down, you should make those talent be on the same level as the talent that's coming down. Yep. And also, if they go up to WWE, and so if you go to Raw or SmackDown, it's making more believable because they're coming over there.
That was one of the downsides about about Charlotte beating Rhea for the NXT Women's Championship. Mm-hmm. It, truth be told, didn't help Rhea at all.
Right.
And then when Charlotte went down to NXT, she overshadowed all the women there.
So, but Charlotte does that in WWE, because she's tall.
But
Adam's apple.
Yeah, but like she overshadowed everyone there, so it just the experiment didn't work the way they wanted to.
Was good.
But as far as Mandy Rose, you guys remember Mandy Rose started off on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
So her going similar to Balor, her going back is like for them, like similar to Balor and Ember Moon before she got fired. You can say that's them returning to their roots to figure out where they went wrong, so they can be better when they go back to the main roster.
Right.
That's what you can say about them. But for some people, it's like it's how you play it out. So like you don't want to overshadow the younger stars, but at the same time, though, you want to try and push them up.
Right, because you don't want to diminish your main talent, because then you lose profit on about that time. You lose profit off of them.
Right.
So let's play a game. Hold on. Before we go on, let's play a game. Who would you bring to NXT to enhance someone, and who from NXT will you move over to Raw and make them better? And don't use Braun Breaker.
That's a good question. Well, they already did my pick of AJ Styles being one of them. Let's see. Aside from AJ, I'm not using Charlotte again because that didn't really help at all. Damn, that's actually a very good question. From the main roster to NXT. Matter of fact, bring Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn back down there. They're good mic talkers. Have them have a mic battle with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Let the person put me with someone with decent mic skills against them. Let them have a war of words and let that push that person to a higher level. That's who you got, Aaron?
I'm gonna say let's bring Seth Rollins down.
Okay, I mean he did solve NXT.
So let's be real. Let's be real. Seth Rollins is at this Cody Rhodes thing. What is Seth Rollins about to do?
That's true. Yeah. He did start off in NXT too, so it's basically him returning to his roots to figure out what's going on, or return to his roots to figure out who can embrace his vision.
Everybody y'all said them started in NXT.
So you know who I would use?
Who?
I would send MVP down to NXT and let him get build up a faction down there.
A recruiter. I don't see why not.
So they can bring them up to WWE and change all their names?
No.
I mean they're changing names on NXT anyway, so not really doing much.
No, I mean make MVP the reason why. Make MVP the reason why they changed their names. Yeah, make it like I can make you better if you follow my lead.
That could work actually.
And I was saying almost down with him
as the enforcer. That could work actually though.
And that would make a lot of people down there like, whoa, what's going on? And he's just like I'm the I can spot talent and that's this and this and I'm MVP and blah blah blah, and bring people up there. And the person that I would bring from NXT up, oh shit, it's gonna sound funny, but those two blonde guys, Pretty Deadly. I want to see them in the Usos. I want to see them in the Usos.
Join the faction with Dalton Castle, the Switch brand.
My pick from NXT to the main roster. I mean, Pretty Deadly is definitely a good one though, so I'll give you that. You know what? Funny enough, because I was actually having a conversation not too long ago. No, because I don't know how her gimmick will work. I was about to say Tiffany Stratton, but I don't know how her gimmick will work. Actually, I gotta think about that
George
one.
Clooney up.
Anyway, not about it. I gotta think about that one. See how that will work. One person though, Grayson Waller. Because imagine the ego between him and Miz on live TV.
Oh,
they're both heels.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said I would like to see that.
How about Roseanne Barr?
Who?
What?
Roseanne Barr.
She's on.
Oh, anyway, ignore Jamal. Grayson. Yeah, I think Grayson Waller would fit well on the main roster. Like you can have like say Miz have his Miz TV segment and his guest be Grayson Waller, and these two have a war of egos, and then somebody else comes out to shut both of them up because they're tired of them talk.
Jim Ross.
What if Carmelo was the manager of Pretty Deadly?
The Carmelo actually she would probably fit well with them. She probably could. What about Carmelo? What about Carmelo? I miss every shot Hayes.
You can't ignore me. You can't. I'm coming at your ass. Yeah. All the people got Two-Face syndrome. Bitch, go ahead. Next. I got a whole celebrity list right here.
Anyway, buddy, what about Carmelo? I miss every shot Hayes and Trick Williams.
I mean, it will be interesting.
Nah, I'm gonna bring him in on a joke. He had a joke about my diabetes. I got a joke about his Bell's palsy. Okay, go ahead. Do I forgot? No.
And I think we're out the loop here.
No, he's about to have another diabetic situation. It's okay.
I'm not sugar-free, bitch. Sorry, my bad. But why?
AEW? Oh, no, you participate in your own show? Is this what you want to do?
I was coming up with jokes. I wasn't.
Really? Okay.
I'm truly not a fan of bringing people down. This is supposed to be a talent, a show where people are supposed to grow. That's what NXT is supposed to be. Fucking let them grow, but bring them to the roster right and don't dick them over. Everybody Triple H built up, they brought over, he Vince dicked over. Period. You can't name one. I'm sorry. One faction they didn't dick over, and that was the Shield. That's the only faction they didn't dick over. They dicked over everybody else. Kevin Owens had the belt. They dicked him over, let him lose to Goldberg. He lost to Goldberg.
But hold on. Let's compare math. Since Vince has been taking over NXT 2.0 Living Color, their ratings has been more than what Triple H did.
Really? The dude had it running. He had it running better than Raw and SmackDown.
Again, ratings matter.
Give him an opportunity to fix it.
Okay,
he did.
We didn't say none of that shit for 94 weeks. We didn't say it for 94 weeks, did we?
Okay, so
he came back and won.
Time out. I think so the whole thing with NXT was always going to be a hard sell regardless, whether Triple H's or Vince's, because most people aren't really going to want to see new people. They want to see the old people. Let's be 100% fair. What didn't help Black and Gold was AEW having to come up.
Okay.
That's what didn't really help Black and Gold. because NXT was on fine on the network itself, and I get the idea of bringing the show off the network onto like actual television. I get it. It's actually not a bad idea. It's just the timing of it did not work in NXT's favor. So that's what I'm thinking about it. And about bringing people down, Jamal has a bit of a point. Yeah, the NXT is about people growing though. However, you also have to take consideration what happens when these people go to the main roster and they're not up to their level. Mm-hmm. At least having someone from the main roster go down there gives a bit of a test run on how what happened if they go on the main roster. You ain't gotta keep them down there for long, a couple weeks, maybe a month, and then they go back about the business.
And also, you let people become more familiar with them, so it's not a static shock when they come up.
We had the whole Pete Dunne. Peter Dunne was a whole wrestler, whole bruiserweight. Now he's Butch.
Butch is better.
A lot of people like Butch.
He's a yip dog.
Butch is hilarious.
Like bro.
Butch is better. Butch is better for what he's gonna make more money as Butch than he was Pete Dunne.
Batteries is aisle 15.
I think like I said, NXT's had a lot of hits and misses, and I guarantee even now they're still gonna have hits and misses. Not everyone in NXT, even this version of NXT, is gonna fit well on the main roster. Like I can see someone like Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller doing fine on the main roster, but someone like I'm trying to think of somebody off the top of my head. Someone like Tiffany Stratton, whose gimmick I'm trying to figure out how that will work on the main roster. I can see struggling a little bit. Yeah, okay. But I can see someone like her struggling a bit. Who else? Nikita Lyons is going to be Nikita Lyons will be appeal and appeal only. Let's be fair.
I'll say it like this. For me. I mean, Bama Mania is amazing. I'll say it like this. What they're going to do with her is they're going to protect her and make sure that she is not being overly utilized to the most part.
That's why they don't have her wrestle every week.
Which is smart business.
Like another set of characters, I don't mind you. Some of the names I'm listing came in after NXT went black and gold. That redneck team, Briggs and Jensen, I don't see them really fitting well on the main roster.
No,
I could be wrong. It might change, but I don't see them fitting well on the main roster. Like I said, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, they should be fine. Solo Sikoa Samoan, so never mind. Scratch him out.
We all know what's going to happen to him. We all know what's going to happen. Jamal's cousin is going to get on to the roster, and his Samoan bloodline is always going to protect him.
Yep. Waiting for my call now. On the AEW, we had a lot of stuff going on. Number one, my favorite wrestler in the entire world debuted this past week.
Who was that?
Matt Cardona's on. Never mind. He's about him.
My favorite wrestler in the world.
I thought he was on Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona's on AEW right now. What the fuck?
Hook's my favorite wrestler.
So they signed Chris Benoit?
Stop!
They just.
I mean, his son trying to wrestle with Chris Benoit Jr. His wrestling hold's gonna be a chokehold.
They just named the tournament after him.
Or a ladder match, or hangers.
God damn it!
Hangers by a thread.
Oh, he's gonna tag team with Hangman Page.
And here we go.
What if hold up? His name should be Hangman.
No. That's way too on the nose. That's way too meta. No.
I mean, he's gonna be hanging from the Raptors.
You know the fuck what?
We had Dustin Rhodes versus CM Punk.
I like the match. I started off. I like the match, but Dustin is getting way too old to be doing this.
When they said he fought for 4 or 5 decades? I think 5 decades. Damn, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, that's a lot.
Yeah, bro.
And thing is, doesn't wrestle that often in AEW.
No, because he's more of the background.
That's what
role.
Yeah, even backstage. Yeah.
Hold on, let's back up to Raw real quick. I was reading an article, and they were talking about using an underused wrestler in AEW that would fit perfectly in Brood 2.0. What are your thoughts of Christian going back and joining the Brood 2.0?
Okay,
I would like that.
So okay, so here's the thing I found funny about that whole entire statement. So they said you hear Christian is underutilized in AEW. Okay, yeah, he hasn't been doing much. He's mostly been managing Jurassic Express. Okay, fine.
How you doing, sir?
Do these people forget that he did even less in WWE?
It was not
Just saying.
Christian, Edge left him. He left his tag team partner in the dust.
Even after Edge's retirement, they push him.
They never wanted to
after Edge's retirement.
They never wanted to push him. I was trying to. You kept cutting me off. They never wanted to push him. He had the opportunity. He ran TNA. He was a champion. So when you're a champion somewhere else, you're not good enough to be a champion in WWE. I think that's bullshit. Really.
My thing is like you say Christian's underutilized in AEW. Okay, and like I said, I'll give you points saying, okay, yeah, Christian hasn't really been doing much aside from managing Jurassic Express, which in a way, will make sense because you want someone like that to help elevate some of the younger talent you got, which in this case would be Younger Boy. It does seem a little weird that his whole thing was outwork everybody, but he doesn't really wrestle like that. But that's not a handle there. But again, it's weird.
Maybe he chose this.
Huh?
Maybe he chose this.
Yeah, but it's where you want him to go back. Look, I would love an Edge and Christian reunion again. I really would. But Christian didn't really do much even before his forced retirement. And you think him going back is going to have y'all? Him going back, they're going to do something with him now? Maybe about 3 months, but not really. That's my opinion, but that's just me.
No. That's my answer. Will explained it. Will explained it all. No, I don't want to see that. Now this is coming out as the manager.
That's the only way, and even then, he might not be there for long. So, yeah.
I want to see him. I want to see him in Impact. To be honest.
Let him go back to Impact. Let him go back to Impact and wrestle there for a bit.
The only way I would like to see Christian go back to WWE and do that is Edge and Christian are guaranteed to win the tag team title.
Yeah, I agree with Aaron. Because otherwise,
that's it. And they got to win in that WrestleMania.
Yeah,
they got to win in that WrestleMania.
Let these old ass people be.
But they can still wrestle.
That's great. I hear it. I understand it. Trust me. I would love to see my favorite dead man come back and wrestle one more time. But it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Okay? Did I get excited to see Stone Cold fight? Yes, I did. Let that shit go. That was in my early wrestling.
But hold on. But here's the problem with WWE. They rely on the old people so much. We know that.
That's the problem.
But
you ain't gonna be happy till somebody die in the ring again.
But at the same time, some of these old people can really still wrestle. Look at AJ Styles; he's like 45 years old.
Yeah, and you gotta understand.
Yes, I get it.
Hold on. You gotta understand. The only way that we forget that back in the 80s, these wrestlers damn sure 50 when they was wrestling.
I get it.
Yeah,
but that's prior to us having like a ton of fucking people that can wrestle now.
No,
there's a ton of people out there.
I mean, I'll say it like this. You need somebody to be able to put people over, and that's what's lost on this generation. Putting people over. And if you don't know how, if you don't have if you don't have enough ring generals to teach these kids, they're never going to learn. That's why in NWA on Fight TV, they make sure
hold on, before you finish that. Fight TV sponsor us.
Thank you. I can't make it any more subtle.
NWA sponsor us.
I can't make it any more subtle.
Talk about you every week. Nobody else do.
You said you was about to wink?
You bastard.
That was fucked up.
All I'm saying is NWA Power on Fight TV.
Right here.
Let the older talent show how you work, and that's why they have some of the best matches on Fight TV.
And who's that champion? Go ahead. I'll let you hit. And by the way, this week, he said he wants to capture the AEW championship.
I don't see that happening.
Give the belt collector his due.
No.
Honestly, you know what would be perfect? Hold on.
Undid wrestler ever.
You know what would be perfect if he catches it? He come up to the AEW event. Oh, she didn't get that far yet. But anyway, the AEW versus New Japan event, and he comes stake the title.
Right.
At that event. Speaking of Forbidden Door, right?
Speaking of that, yes.
Forbidden Door, right?
Speaking of that, yes. AEW and New Japan are going to have a collusion pay-per-view event called the Forbidden Door. AEW stars and New Japan stars should be facing each other. Granted, my question is this: which New Japan stars are coming to the States?
Hold on, wait. Did we skip a hit in the day? Because that's like 2 matches away.
I'm sorry, I brought it up.
There you go.
Because of the match I don't know.
Let's talk about the BCC. No? Nobody's favorite?
I like the Blackpool Combat Club. What else is there for me to say? That's just me personally, though.
Yeah. I can't wait till they add more people.
Oh, we NWO and this shit?
Well, yeah. I don't want them to go that far. Maybe add like one more person. Nah, because I do. No, because remember how the NWO handled it? It didn't go well, so I'd rather not.
No, the reason why I want them to add more people like NWO, because I would love to see like a Miro finally come back and join something. I would love to see Samoa Joe join that.
Speaking of that, Joe did talk about it, but he said he doesn't. He said while he respects him, he don't think he will fit well in that group.
I think
it'll be just like how he was forced to be in that faction.
The Main Event Mafia.
Yep.
But I would love to see Miro come back and join that.
Yeah, I'll say for Joe, let Joe do his thing. Miro, I kind of think Miro works better by himself. I really believe that. I think Miro works better by himself.
Let's be real. All them niggas by themselves.
No. This is what I mean. Like, this is what I mean. I don't mean like I don't think Miro would fit well in a Blackpool Combat Club, especially with his Redeemer gimmick, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna come back with that gimmick.
But the thing is, Miro's not doing anything, so anything will help.
I mean, he's doing something. His wife.
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I'm talking about on TV.
We'll see what happens.
You'd be surprised
when Miro gets put back on TV. Let's start with that. Let's see what happens when Miro comes back on TV. How about that?
So while we here on this Miro thing, when do y'all think Miro's coming back to TV?
That's a good question, though.
Next year.
It's been like a year. If they're smart, he'll come back at the next pay-per-view, which would be Revolution.
No, I mean, my thing is, it's not just him coming back. What he's going to do? What do you think? Like, what you think he's going to fight?
Well, the reason I say have him come back at next pay-per-view because I don't know who's going to be in the main event, the AEW Championship match. If you have Miro come back, have him attack whoever the champion is. Sets up a little program, gives Miro something to do.
And can we at least acknowledge that ROH did this type of pay-per-view before?
I mean, we're not saying they didn't do that. So, or Miro could pop in the ring, or Miro could pop in Ring of Honor. That's another thing. Miro could pop in Ring of Honor.
I want to see him with John Gresham wrestle.
That'd be nice.
I would be nice. I would love to see him. My favorite champion.
He's too short.
He's not.
Just like Rey Mysterio.
Nope. And Rey Mysterio.
I can't take season 2. I cannot take season 2 because I can't attack Aaron. It's not fun to take it. It's no fun
Rey
to take it.
Mysterio is a great talent.
Fuck you, Jamal.
Very.
Anyway,
Seasoned.
Owen Hawk.
Hold on, Will. I was trying to get him to say something nice about Rey Mysterio. He almost did it.
He almost did it. That's why I saved him. It's okay.
We had Warlow.
I didn't know if he was
the
shaking
Butcher.
because of his diabetes, his blood sugar went down, or because of his anger.
When you dropping your barbecue, when you dropping your barbecue sauce?
Hey, so here's a question. Here's a question real quick though. Jamal, when you gonna Aaron, are you gonna buy Jamal Rey Mysterio t-shirt for his birthday?
I don't know if he's gonna be big enough.
Sounds like an idea, Aaron.
Matter of fact, bet. I'll buy him the mask. Somebody buy him the t-shirt, and on that podcast, he has to wear both.
There we go. That sounds like an idea.
I don't know if he's gonna wear the mask.
He can wear the mask. He's used to it. He's a gimp.
On this podcast, we do not offend gimps. We support gimps in all that they do.
All gimps matters.
Anyway, so
we're going off the rails and not the normal way. Jesus Christ.
We'll have barbecue sauce like I'm JR.
Nobody got this shit. I did. Huh. Yeah.
What's next?
No, I got it. I'm trying to avoid it.
I'll be smiling. I'll say this. AEW have all the pieces to be a great wrestling show. I want them to succeed. I need them to get a booker. They can get Delirious. They can get anybody.
Well, they got Pat Buck as a producer. That's a good thing.
That's true.
Although I am liking this whole MJF thing, like MJF Waller thing. Like you have this man come to the arena and tell this man he can only walk around in handcuffs until he wrestles in the ring. If that ain't petty, I don't know what is.
I mean, everything they do with Wardlow is pretty good.
I mean, what other storylines they have?
They don't.
The
biggest one is the Wardlow one. And of course, the other biggest storyline AEW has is CM Punk being interested in challenging Hangman.
I mean, Hangman does need new challenges, so.
I mean, he literally does nothing for the show. It's like no one watches.
Who, Hangman?
Yeah, Barry Windham.
Yeah, and the thing is, I wanted him to be champion because I love the story how they had it, but they have done him no service.
So, but like the big problem
they're trying to just wait for Kenny Omega to come back.
The big problem with the problem with the Hangman thing was they didn't capitalize after he won.
They definitely did.
I just want y'all to know that I'm going all in with my gimmick. Wait till you see my shirt next week. I just bought it.
Oh shit! Okay,
it's gonna be fun.
Well, acknowledge me.
Nope.
You gonna wear your Roman Reigns shirt next week? I'll wear mine.
Wait till you see my gimmick. Shout out to Harry Potter. Bam, it's right there. Okay, anyway.
Speaking of Harry Potter.
Warlow, my future champion. I think he is.
I didn't see the new movie, but I heard it was horrible.
I wasn't going to bring up the new movie. I was going to talk more about Danhausen.
Okay, Danhausen, go.
Well, he wanted to talk about Wardlow, and he made
no one cares. No one cares about what Jamal says.
I stopped.
So Danhausen is the man. Okay, that's all I have to say. He made
really. I stopped that shit because you want to say Danhausen.
He made the school shooter talk.
Hey y'all call me terrible.
No one likes me. I'm just walking around with my bad haircut and I was acting like I'm nice and tough and I'm gonna wrestle everyone. I'm like my daddy. Yeah, I'm
who is short too. I think Rey Mysterio is really taller than Taz, though.
So, Hook, the greatest future champion of AEW,
How long this game is gonna last?
actually spoke this weekend. Matter of fact, let me see if I can double down on this shirt thing since I just did the first one I did. Go to AEW shop. Hold on.
Anyway, the Owen Hart, the male wing for the Owen Hart tournament. Kyle O'Reilly defeated Jungle Boy.
I'm
Did we
hating
finish
this.
talking about my man Warlow?
No,
Go ahead. You started talking about
no, I
reach
started
around.
talking about
Warlow, yo, he is going to be a beast
What, reach around?
once he gets
who Warlow.
Warlow.
No.
Warlow
Hook reach
is
around.
what
That's
day
what it's
that he
called.
should be doing.
He is
Like
going
what
to
they, you making him look like a beast every week, and then he shows up, like shit up.
Like I said,
Don't try to get on the mic.
That Powerbomb symphony he does is getting over very well.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't dislike anything about World other than his name.
Oh, talking about the name itself, Warlow.
Yeah,
I can understand.
I can't see myself cheering Warlow. Way too many syllables.
Warlow.
Wait, yeah, I don't need that.
All that
Anyway,
shirts
go
like
on,
that.
Jamal. What was you saying?
I'm looking at shirts about to shut y'all up.
How about you like run your show?
If you buy a Rey Mysterio shirt, you know,
Joe Button, can you
Rey
please run your
Mysterio.
show?
Okay,
Anyway,
so
you don't want me and Buddy to take over. You don't want me and Buddy to take over.
Because we can talk
The
about
one
all the female
That's the one
wrestlers
thing
that
you
wrestling
don't.
because they
Like
have
I can
people
have a
inside of
whole
them.
segment. I can have a whole segment how I want to see a match between Nikki Lyons and Liv Morgan.
so
Listen,
back to Dr. Britt Baker.
That talk about STDs. Go
What
ahead.
do you see
Yeah, go on.
in her future?
Dentistry.
I can see fans OnlyFans page. I can see
No, I would not see her. I would
As
not
you
far
see
said
as
that.
wrestling
her
goes,
future, huh?
where do you see her going? Is she gonna go up against Jade, or she's going back for a title?
I mean, consider the fact she called out Jade not too long ago. Yeah, I can see that. I do have a question though. So what's this whole? I mean, I get Jade has a baddie section, but you mean to tell me you have is Jade here? You mean to tell me Kiera Hogan the only way you can get TV time is to join the baddie section for Jade?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's the reason why I can't support that movement.
So
You got-
like,
I'm still stuck on the fact that
No.
like, I'm still stuck on the fact that Red Velvet, someone Jay was feuding with not too long ago, is like on her side now. I mean, granted, suspension of disbelief is a hell of a thing, but god damn, like
And that's
you ever
my
heard the
end. Will,
statement, if you can't beat him, join him.
no, it's no build. It just happened. It was like, hey, y'all were just fighting yesterday, and it was like, all right, now y'all walking down the street holding hands, literally. You know?
that's why it's kind of throwing me off. Granted, WWE has done the same thing, but it's definitely throwing me the fuck off.
And that's my issue. It's like they're just mashing characters together with no build and story around. And we call out WWE. That's my thing. Like, we'll call out WWE when they do something bad. So we gonna call everyone out.
No, we call out everybody here. This podcast.
Yeah. Especially me.
No one's
I call
safe.
especially me. Like if you
No
did
one's
if you
safe.
did something wrong, then I'll call you out.
Like we don't care if you're alive or dead.
So
Like fake Cubans.
Damn it.
Andrade went up against the Undertaker.
Hey, yo.
He said Andrade went against the Undertaker, Jamal. What?
In a coffin match this past week.
Y'all be honest, not tall to be Undertaker.
I like turtles.
God damn it, buddy.
I like turtles.
Anyway, though. So hopefully this will allow Andrade to do something else besides face off against Darby Allin again. So we'll see where that goes.
I'm happy to see Andrade on TV.
I want to know how he booked. Do he book with a whiteboard or like he just like did he play a video game? Like, oh, this is cool because like how?
We don't know. We'll see.
Most Flair should be facing Ray Winner for a title.
No.
I mean, he's the opposite of what Brent Breaker is. He's putting the Spanish inside of someone. Woo! Nothing?
Okay. So
nothing.
So speaking of Hispanic people, how do we feel about Sami Zayn's slow heel turn?
Sami Zayn?
Sammy Guevara. My fault. Sammy Guevara.
That's racist.
I'm about to say Sami Zayn's a Mexican.
Look.
I thought he was talking about El Generico. Look, he's never going to turn heel. He is in Mexico.
How do you feel about Sammy Guevara's slow heel turn and what looks like, and mind you, I could be wrong, what looks like Scorpio, Dan Lambert, and Ego slow heel turn, slow face turn.
I don't think it's really a face turn for them. I think they're just making good points.
He's making good points as a heel. That's why he's making good points as a heel. That's why I was like, wait. That's why I'm like, wait. Is at least for Scorpio, like, is Scorpio turning face? Like, I'm confused. What?
I mean, I'm here for Scorpio's got to be face again.
I don't think Tony even knows the difference. I think he just is like he's gonna let them just play it out. I think he's better when he treats everyone as an in-betweener and you decide who's a good guy, who's a bad guy. He's like you can't versus Russia.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Like, because at the same time, like, at the same time, like, there's gonna be people you're gonna have people that's gonna be like,
we're gonna just ignore that.
What?
We don't know what he just said. He said like Ukraine versus Russia.
We don't know who the good guy, we don't know who the bad guy.
I'm not digging into politics. I'm saying the fuck out of politics. I'm just trying to make my point. Simple as that.
If Texas broke off from the United States and they decide, the United States say, hey, you can't break off from the United States. And then Canada be like, yo, why are you fighting Texas? It's not for me to decide who's the good guy, who's the bad guy.
Jamal, this is why you can never let me and Buddy take over the podcast for a little bit together. So, because me and him will run this on. I will make so many deaf wrestlers innuendos to all this Ukraine-Russia business. It's like, why is Putin hanging on the thread of Christmas and Wild Combat?
Just to intervene, we here at the Good Wrestling Podcast support Ukraine and everything.
I support black people.
I'm not getting involved.
First of all, you don't speak for me, Joe Buttons.
Hey, show us the account.
I need to see a contract.
Speaking for Buddy now, we support Ukraine.
Like I said before, I'm not getting involved with the politics shit, so keep my name out.
Anybody else want me to speak for him? Go ahead. I got you. I'm here for you.
Jamal, you don't speak for me. I speak for myself.
Speaking for Will, we support Ukraine.
You don't speak for me, Negro. I speak for myself.
Anybody else I need to speak for? Go ahead. Aaron, do you want to speak for you?
No, I support Ukraine.
Okay, all right, cool. See? So
I never like Russia.
Hold on, watch this. Aaron and myself support Ukraine.
Fuck you. Fuck everybody. Everybody dies.
I dare you say fuck Ukraine. Go ahead. I dare you.
Fuck Ukraine and Russia, bitch.
Wow. Somebody's gonna get hacked this weekend.
Okay.
I like this. Whoever goes against student loan debt, if you want to hack something, hack Sally Mae.
Yes, please.
I bet you can't do that. I bet you won't do that.
I bet you can't attack Sally Mae.
Anyway, like I said, I stay out of politics. I keep out of politics. I don't bring politics to these kind of conversations.
You literally just said F Russia and F Ukraine.
Because your dumbass wouldn't let me speak about anything else besides that.
You could have just sat
So
back and relaxed.
I was.
Abstain.
I was.
Abstain.
Your dumbass kept bringing it up. So whose
I'm
fault is
telling
it?
you.
You biggest bitch heel.
This is your bitch ass fault.
Yeah,
You
your
bitch
bitch
ass
ass fault,
brought it up
motherfucker.
and
You
going cry.
wouldn't let me
Don't
talk
get
about
the
any other
politics.
side of this
I'm
shit.
a water
Don't
little
try and bring
bitch.
it- Don't
I'm
try
a
and drag
bitch
my
out.
good name down
Oh
this shit.
bitch.
Damn, that move looks
I
amazing.
can't get the
Don't try and
politics.
don't try and drag my
WrestleMania
good,
politics.
holy name
You gonna shut
down
about
your,
that?
well,
Go ahead.
degenerate ass hole.
Go ahead.
Do not pull this shit.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Off your chest. Off your chest. Go ahead.
First of all, that's the reason why you don't know who the heel and who the face is in wrestling. Because the perception of the truth is on the individual.
What you talking about? I'm a face.
That's a segue out too. I like
I've been
that.
a face the whole time. Fuck that segue.
But is attacking the horn? Is attacking the horn? Huh? Is this what it is? Huh? Is this what it is? Huh? Goddamn Joe Buttons.
Anyway, speaking of,
And Jamal, are you bisexual?
what
Wow.
the fuck?
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Wow. That came out
Where'd
of
that come
nowhere.
from?
Joe
Wow.
Button.
No.
Wow.
No.
I thought you were talking about Benzino.
I like vagina. It's what I like. It's what I go for. That's me. Bam, bam, bam. Jamal
All right, man, that
plus
was good.
vagina.
That was good.
That's it.
That was good. So did Benzino. That's why he got trained.
Speaking of vagina, let's talk about SmackDown.
I didn't know what you were, man. I didn't know what you were. Maybe the Adams Act would have threw it away.
Oh no, are we? No, we're not. No, we're not going to discuss people's sexual preferences. No, let's.
Listen, he's
let's
the
go
one in
on
denial. I'm not. He's the one who got with a Google.
Speaking of vagina,
He
let's talk about the
followed the
bloodline
ass and not
and
the-
how they just are still a dominant force in the WWE. My brothers, cousins.
Did you say
family.
let's talk about vagina? Did you say bloodline? And if
Yes,
that's
he
a
did.
prayer joke. Don't come at me, bro. I'm calling out. Well, we're gonna completely time out on that one, my friend. The Usos,
That was a good prayer joke, though.
Roman. Yeah, it was a good prayer joke. The Usos, the Roman Reigns. I don't want them to merge the belts, but I can understand the storyline.
Yo, check your phone. Tell me who that is. It's going to happen though. It's going to it'll be smart. But then how do you going to drop them? I don't see an outcome. I mean, an exit strategy. I don't
No,
see
I
an exit
do.
strategy for both. Ooh,
This is a
wow.
case of backing yourself into a. This is a case of writing yourself
I
into
really
a corner.
No, I see one. Y'all ready for it?
Okay.
But
It's going to be really everybody versus them.
Yeah.
Think about it. And they get the title, and then they keep saying, acknowledge me. Ooh. It's literally going to be everybody turning their backs on them and trying to beat them. And then it's all going to fail by the time SummerSlam comes. Like, they at the top, and they going to fall right down.
See, I was going to go with a whole tournament after to just dissolve Roman from having the world title, and then just releasing the tournament. That's it.
Nope. Why would it? It don't make sense. They need to be up so high, which they are going to be. And then it needs to come crashing down by everybody trying to beat them and unlikely teams teaming up just to beat them.
Okay. Well, what you got?
As far as the bloodline,
No.
yeah, I don't really want them to merge the tag team titles because this is the epitome of writing yourself into
He
a
didn't try to cut
corner.
you off.
No. So what I'm saying is not. I'm talking about them having all the belts. What is the exit strategy for them getting all the belts?
I mean, again, this is the epitome of writing yourself into a corner. How do you get the titles off them while still making them look strong in the process?
No, they're going to have to make them look weak.
That's the thing.
Raw. You can make Raw look strong by beating them.
But
Or,
that goes.
They should have did
But then,
this
so you
in
trying to say they should
November
wait till
and by
Survivor Series?
Survivor Series.
I think they should last till SummerSlam with it.
No, I mean, like, you do this type of stuff for Survivor Series, so Raw versus SmackDown. Picture this, right? They did it back in WCW. They merged all the belts, and then you have one team versus the other team. And whoever the other faction is, so you have a tag team versus the Usos.
When they take off?
Faction wars.
Or I thought a triple threat match. That's the only other way they can drop it. Because that team wouldn't actually lose. Like the Usos wouldn't actually lose, or Roman wouldn't lose because he never got pinned. But he lost the belt.
Or a DUI and cancer.
Wow.
But okay, so at this point the question would be this: who would? Okay, let's go with both ideas for a second, right? Let's go both ideas for a second. So let's start with the triple threat match. Who would you put in? Which teams would you put in those scenarios?
It don't even matter.
It has to matter. It's got to be something believable.
Yeah, because they got to make sense.
Arcade Bro, you can get the Street Profits. The Street Profits could pin Arcade Bro in that triple threat match. Usos lose the belt. Easy.
All right, what about Roman?
Roman, I don't even know that you got on Raw.
Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Stop. You do
the American Dream or Nightmare.
There you go. You do Cody, you do AJ Styles, and you do Roman Reigns. Edge come in, interfere, knock out AJ Styles, and then
that's assuming Edge is still feuding with AJ Styles.
I mean, just in general. I mean, like, you know,
why not run it for
petty?
Why not
run it petty?
No, why not bring back Brock Lesnar again?
Did y'all hear about? Hold up, this is a segue. I don't know. We don't have notes. So, do you hear about the situation with Bray Wyatt?
Who the fuck?
Oh,
We're not
I came across it, but I haven't really looked into it.
Wasn't saving that for news, but go ahead. Let's talk about it.
We're not in news yet.
I'm over this conversation. So the whole thing with
shit.
What?
Now you Joe Budden.
Yeah, you gotta step in. You know, like half of my face don't work. You know, just so sometimes I can't see your face. You know?
Wait. It's a crescent moon smile. Go ahead.
That shows your damn dive. Show me your toes.
Don't show your toes.
Please don't. And your toes anyway.
Jesus Christ.
I think I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention either. Ugly.
I should put a camera on my foot.
Yo, listen, that would be on Patreon because a whole bunch of big gay guys will love it.
A whole bunch of sunny kisses.
Talk about sunny kisses. So the 3 tag teams that could think about this. What if the Pretty Deadly got the belts?
So the idea, an idea, I think, if you're going to do a triple threat match, take one team from Raw, obviously the Bloodline from SmackDown, and get a team from NXT. But I don't do that again.
Why?
No, that's what I said.
No. Listen to me. You want to get the Raw championships back to Monday Night Raw, so you have to have 2 out of the 3 teams from Raw to stay there. Because now, if you put that belt, the Raw Championship belt on the tag team in NXT, now you gotta bring them up.
Who said they're going to be on NXT? The point is, okay.
No. Whoa, no. Your idea works, Will. Think about what he just said. The reason why they came up is to take the tag team belts, and who will be? Think about it. Braun Breaker and who's the
It can't be MSK.
No. Wow. They give it a Braun Breaker and someone else. I can't remember the guy's name. I don't want to Google it.
From NXT?
Yeah. Like a big muscle guy. I can't remember the name, and I don't want to.
Not Gunther. Not Von Wagner.
I just like. But yeah, toss the idea out. You know who would do it?
Who?
Bobby Lashley and almost with MVP coming out as
There you go.
After that feud,
that would be honestly one of the reasons why everybody would team up against them.
Exactly.
Now, the second question was, if you were going to do a faction warfare, who would you put in the
Two
faction
BBNs
against
against the Samoans.
You don't have any factions. You got one faction. That's it.
Yeah, you got one. It ain't like AEW.
But was it, who would you put as a team to go against a bloodline?
So you got
because
two
this
factions.
because at this point,
Bloodline and New Day.
Brother Good, stop. Will, go ahead. I like that.
Because at this point, like, the only thing you have close to a faction would be Edge's group, besides the bloodline. But Edge's group would need one more person.
I literally just said that. You don't have any factions. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I know. The
idea is great.
I know. The point is us creating a faction that could take out the bloodline.
Who? Vince don't like factions.
No, what I'm saying is, I would do MVP and add whatever black stars that he want to put on there.
Have MVP manage the BBN Miss Hayes and Trick Williams.
Wow, it sounds extremely racist when you say it like that. it sounds, and I'm all for racism, but that sounds really racist when you say it. It's beyond like, wow, that's I can't co-sign on that one. Hold on, stop. We just talked about racism. Gunther, his crew, take down the bloodline.
He's missing a member.
I mean, we just found another racist. It's just I mean, add random white guy. Just, you know, they changed the names.
Dallas?
Huh?
Do you believe? No.
Wow. I mean,
anyway, so let's continue.
Ronda Rousey challenged Charlotte Flair to an I Quit match at WrestleMania Backlash.
Yo, they treat Drew like a goddamn punching bag.
But he's good at it. It's like,
but I'm also happy to see him on TV. So I mean,
that is true.
I really care right now.
Hold up, pause. LA Knight's faction. Once he built it.
So from what I heard, Mansoor might be part of that faction.
Mm-hmm. What about Diamond Mine? Diamond Mine could do it.
Well, the way it looks on NXT, Diamond Mine might be breaking up soon.
I'm saying just have Malcolm come up and just do his thing.
You had to put someone that's going to end up replacing Roderick Strong. Because the way how it's looking on NXT.
Y'all talking about these tag teams, but they win. Who's the champion? Who out of any of y'all groups that y'all told me, because y'all said before that there's literally nobody that can beat Roman. Out of all these people, who's gonna be a champion and take that belt off of Roman and say that they beat Roman?
Gunther.
You see him as a champion?
Yeah, I'm all for
I see him as a champion. No, I'm all for the mustard gas.
Yeah, you know, they didn't attack us. They told us to stay out their country, and we did.
I like staying out that country. We had Xavier Woods defeat Butch.
They should have that match in the elimination chamber.
Jamali's.
Jamal, brother, good. Leave the chat.
The last thing you mentioned was Xavier was being Butch before he disappeared.
I don't know what they're doing.
Disappeared because of my joke. Ooh. That was a good one.
Let's be real. This episode's getting flagged. It's okay. We're doing it for a hobby.
At this point, yeah.
I wasn't. Shit.
Oh, you cussed. I didn't cuss today.
On the AEW Rampage.
Oh, I got an accomplishment. Y'all ready for my accomplishment? I'm 0 days sober.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Hold on. I think I had the wrong one.
He's on Rampage.
Rampage.
Yeah. We had Adam Cole.
Baby.
Go up against. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this dude's name.
So go on.
Huh?
I'm
It's
talking
a
You
about
understand,
the
Jamal?
Ish 2. He went up against Ish
God
2.
damn it.
It's
well,
ISH
Tomohiro
This is
Ishii.
that's 2. Ish 2. Yeah.
No.
ISH The
no.
number, the Roman numeral for 2
No.
is what?
No. No,
It's
it's
2
two
eyes, right?
eyes. It's
Yeah. Ish
eyes.
2.
The eyes. It's eyes. Ishii.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I speak English. Um,
Barely.
Lance Archer in another squash match.
Yeah,
We
set
ain't
up.
even talking about the match with Adam Cole. What the fuck?
He won. He
baby,
beat Ish 2.
baby.
Bye. Because of who?
He asking too many questions. He won.
Because of Jay White. But
Jay
I want to
Z.
no. I want to stay on this real quick. None of
Go
these
for it.
matches for the Owen Hart tournament, why I don't like the Owen Hart tournament, is working. Like we don't see no surprises. It's the obvious people winning, not the obvious people falling.
They all should be ladder matches.
I think Aaron, I think
Wait,
these are
buddy, did you
I
just?
think a lot of these are qualifying matches for the tournament itself.
Yeah, this is qualifying matches, but it's everybody. Like it's the obvious people winning. It's no surprises. No surprises at all. I want to see one of the top people. I want to see one of the top people fall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for the downcline of certain people. You know, you reach for certain things and you fall.
Bad. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. God damn it.
All right, so but let's be real. They building everybody up and climbing everybody up. Oh, you gotta go into the Owen Hart zone. Oh, then the top star just win. So the person they trying to build up is falling out of nowhere.
Okay, so all right. So at least for the men's side, we still
I mean,
have
it's a free fall for everyone.
at least for the men's side, we still have some more qualifying matches. So let's see what happens on the men's side. Because the women's side, we already know who's gonna be in it. We don't know who's in the tournament itself.
So is this so this is like a King of the Ring thing, right?
That's what it seemed like.
I guess I'm not sure.
That's what it seemed like, but never mind.
Because if they was wrestling Pearly, I would be more into it. Brother Good.
But I mean, either way, they're not going to be off the top rope.
You know? Or leap to higher reaches.
Yeah.
On further into Rampage, the best.
You know, sometimes when people say that,
No.
Huh?
Jade Cargill won her 30th match in a row. A work of art, a specimen.
She is a work of art.
She just can't wrestle.
A wrestling
right.
goddess. Wrestling goddess.
We're gonna tell your wife.
Bianca Belair is a better wrestler than her. She looks better than her, and she can take a good punch. And she understands her assignment.
So, buddy, I got a question for Jamal. Wait till my question finishes before you make a small comment. Jamal, would you want to see Aaron? Wait till I finish my question first, then you make a small comment. Jamal, I'm gonna give you a match that you'll probably die to watch. Jade Cargill versus Mandy Rose for any females championship.
Jade Cargill.
You said it all nonchalantly.
All day.
You know?
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say Jade Cargill as well.
You know,
I'm surprised because Jamal was simple.
Because I want to see them in a street fight.
You know who I want to see you win? Hammermania. That's who. I want her to start using a roundhouse kick.
Who? Who you say?
Yamamania.
Oh yeah. She gonna win everything.
Anyway, so I'm assuming we're done with Rampage.
I didn't give my shout out, my daily shout out. Shout out to Bank Bros.
Anyway, so I'm assuming we're done with Rampage now.
So,
Nothing really happened on Rampage,
news.
honestly.
So Bray Wyatt says he gave AEW a ridiculous amount of offer. So if you want me to wrestle, this is the money. This is the price. Do you think Tony's gonna bite?
If he was smart, he would.
He should.
If he's really trying to be smart as far as money, I don't know. Because then the question that pops up is this: what can Bray Wyatt bring to the company that will help? Because let's be fair, Bray's theme gimmick does not seem to work well with AEW.
They got a Dark Order. They got the House of Black. They got Danhausen. How about you put them all together and call them the Dungeon of Doom?
You don't need that. He doesn't need any faction. He doesn't need anybody else.
No, what I'm saying is,
if you bring in the Wyatt family, yes, that's different. But just like with the whole Fiend gimmick, you don't need nobody. You don't need a faction with that.
No, what I'm saying is he'll come over to AEW and take over the Dark Order because of
Brody
Lee.
I can see Bray going. I can see Bray doing Impact. I'm doing AEW. I can also see him doing Impact. But the flip side, if WWE really wants him back, then Bray will probably listen to see what they get offered.
Creative control. That's what it's going to take.
And Vince is never going to give nobody creative control.
Nope. Well, he gave Cody.
Well, he gave Cody creative freedom, not as a creative control.
Not control. All this stuff has been scripted.
There's only one person with a pen in WWE.
And he is a con.
Yes.
Also, so apparently there's a rumor going around on when Oscar's supposed to turn back to TV.
When is it?
So
WrestleMania Backlash?
No.
Okay,
this is just shut up. This is a rumor. Apparently, so we know Becky Lynch is advertised for Raw tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Apparently they're going to set up Becky, which would be weird because Asuka isn't back yet. But who knows? It might be handled well. But apparently sending Becky to have a feud against Asuka.
I can see that. So they can finish up. I can see so they can finish up what they started before.
So
be number one contender for the title.
Yeah,
possibly. I mean, they're already trying to set Rhea Ripley up to be the next contender for the title.
Are they though?
Yeah, that's why they had a turn against Liv.
Yeah, she's gonna be a heel.
Maybe, but I think that's gonna be backfire though. I really think that's gonna backfire.
I mean, who knows? I mean, considering the performance they had, the Rumble from this year or last year? Last year. Considering the performance they had, the Rumble from last year, it's possible, but we have to wait and see how it's played out. That's all I can really say about that, though. My question, though, for Rhea is, are they going to allow her to keep her music, or is she switching themes?
I think she's going to start using Edge theme.
Well, in order for that to happen, she has to team up with Edge first.
That's what I'm saying. I got a feeling because they kept showing purple everywhere around her, and it's getting really
that was being talked about on the internet. So there's that. What else you got for news?
I don't think there was really a lot of news this week. Honestly, it was like a slow wrestling week for news.
Yeah, nothing major sticking out besides Kyle O'Reilly want to face Daniel Bryan.
Apparently Bret Hart signed a Legends contract with WWE. Well, it's being rumored that he did. There's no real confirmation.
That was not real news to me.
Well, it was only that I could find.
Yeah, hear about
that's why I didn't bring it up. I didn't think that was like really important news.
The revival is was flirting with WWE coming back.
Yeah. So,
okay.
What, Jamal?
Now I was talking about a fan and a friend, but go ahead. I fan of the podcast, but go ahead. Talk about the rival. Go
ahead. Okay. I don't know, but I did hear about FTR entertaining the idea of them going back to WWE. Granted, they're only entertaining out there. They're not making anything concrete. I guess they're going to see like what they're being offered, which be fair game to be honest.
Okay. So like I was saying, Lady Frost, a friend of the show, she'll be out. She's gonna need surgery soon. She'll be out for the next month or two. It's minor surgery.
Yeah, I did hear about that too.
Get well soon.
Yeah, I did hear.
Well,
I did hear about that. So yeah. Can't wait to see it back on Impact Wrestling. Which, by the way, Impact Wrestling did have their pay-per-view yesterday. Rebellion.
I've completely forgot about them.
I didn't know anything about that.
So the biggest stories out of that one is we have a new AAA Reina Del Rey champion in Taya Valkyrie.
Mm.
We have a new X Division champion. Ace Austin is now a 3-time X Division champion. And Josh Alexander regained his Impact World Championship back by defeating Moose at Rebellion.
I might gotta let me see. I know it's on Fight. I might gotta check that out.
Yeah. There were other matches too. I know Tasha Steelz retained.
Oh shit.
The influence beat the Inspiration to retain their titles. Steve Macklin beat Jay White and Chris Sabin. Violent by Design retained their tag team titles. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a couple matches off the top of my head. I just can't think what they are. But yeah, the biggest news, the biggest thing to come out of that event is the new Reina Del Rey champion, entire Valkyrie. Valkyrie, congratulations. New X Division champion, Ace Austin, 3-time X Division champion now, and new Impact World champion and Josh Alexander.
That's huge. That's that. I gotta check that match out because I'm a fan of both of those. I just completely forgot about the thing yesterday.
So next week for AEW Dynamite, it's gonna be Dax versus Cash Wheeler.
Yep, in the Omaha Cup.
For the first
this week,
time
yeah.
Who do y'all got?
So something that's I mentioned y'all earlier. I don't know if you want to consider news, but I mentioned before that New Japan is going to have an event in Washington D.C. next month, and then the day after that is the Baltimore Select Fest meet and greet, which as I last checked, Sting will be there for the meet and greet, and NWA's National Treasure Nick Aldis will be participating in the event in the Fatal 4-Way for MCW's World Championship, which also involves Moses. I said this.
Do y'all think Moose is leaving Impact since he dropped the title?
I doubt it. I doubt Moose is leaving Impact.
You think he's gonna work on his speech impediment?
Wow.
Anyway, it's plans for Mustafa Ali to come back to television.
What are they gonna have him do? We don't know.
With Ramadan over?
Maybe he can be the one that defeats on Roman Reigns.
I doubt that.
He's gonna be the manager of Veer.
Who knows?
Allegedly.
Who knows?
But nobody knows what's happening. But I mean, that was like the biggest news that happened within the past hour.
Brother Good?
Okay.
It's only one match announced for that. It's a 30-limit time match, special singles match. Ish 2 versus Eddie Kingston.
Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston.
I'm sick enough to keep bugging him in matches he's losing.
So I think Tomohiro Ishii is being booked in these matches because he's one of the few people from New Japan that will actually come to the States. That's my question of who's going to show up at these events that's being had in the States, because I don't see the likes of Okada, Naito, or Tanahashi showing up. Hell, I don't even see Ibushi showing up. I could be wrong, mind you, but I'm waiting to see who's actually going to show up. That's my question.
My biggest thing is that I'm curious. I think it's not going to happen, but I think it would be a better show if it was over there than over here.
Who knows? Who knows?
Probably, but it's not gonna happen.
But yeah, that's all. That's all I personally got.
Did you hear about the controversy between Johnny Moxley, and Will Ospreay?
John Moxley and Ospreay? No, what happened?
At the end of the match, it was a fast count, and Will was like, "You didn't win because my shoulder was up." To feed into another match.
So they sent a rematch.
Yeah,
actually, I don't see why not.
And the whole thing with Johnny Moxley using the curb stomp with a shout out to Seth.
It makes sense. You know what I want to see though, and it is just me. I want to see Seth Rollins use the paradigm shift for one of his matches in reference to Mox. I want to see him do that.
What if? No, it's not. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Johnny comes over to WWE and take out Cody, and then leave back out. Just show up, knock him out, and then walk back out.
That would be interesting, but who knows? Who knows?
That would be awesome.
You never say never with them.
Because Vince don't care. Vince don't even want making money.
One time.
But
or at least do it like after the show when the camera's on. See how the crowd reacts. Shit.
I mean, he's sober now, so he can't use the liquor.
He could. He's like, oh, I forgot where I was at.
Anyway, anything else?
But there's nothing else. Honestly,
bring back the Straight Edge Society.
All right, Jamal, take us out.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you, Jamal.
I want to say thank you guys for joining us on this
Shout out to Rey Mysterio.
third episode of a Good Wrestling Podcast.
Season 2, episode 3.
John Negression sucked.
Sorry. Second season, third episode.
It was good.
I want to thank you again. I want to thank you, Aaron, for joining us. Thank you, sir. Come back to you because you're selling some soda. Will, thank you for joining us today.
Follow me on Rage Zito on Twitter and follow me on Zito Blade on Twitch.tv. After I get some things my own head situated and finish this tournament that's happening in July, I should be streaming again soon.
Okay, good luck with that tournament. Buddy, I want to thank you for joining us today.
Hashtag Codename Bobby. No code of honor. Follow me at MWC Blues. I'm always online. Come at me if you are ready. Shout out, I'm part of the foundation. Shout out Fight TV. Shout out Terminus. Shout out NWA. And that's it.
And Aaron, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, having a good time. Yeah, new podcast episode coming soon. I'm working on something very big. Ooh.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit up today. I'm in the cooler. I'm cold.
I am your host, Jamal. You can follow me at MBF the Mills.
You don't check your shit, so I don't know why you're following.
Also, you can follow me on Instagram at JMallForever. Also, you can follow us at Good Wrestling Podcast on Instagram as well. I want to thank you guys for joining us again. We will see you next week for episode 4, season 2, episode 4.
By the way, Jamal, you probably start posting on that Twitter handle too.
Why would you say that at the